Hi guys, I'm going to be doing part 7 also today of the Levi X listener because, like I said in my previous one, I got behind a little bit, so I'm going to catch back up because I don't want to have to do like 4 every day, so I'm going to just go ahead and get caught up before I get too behind. And I will say any announcements that I have at the end of my video, so don't take too much time up in the intro. So let's get on with this, shall we? It's pouring outside. You're injured and it's kind of late, you said, locking the door behind you as Levi stood hovering over you. You grabbed his hand and led him into the family room. Looks different from the last time I was here, he said, sitting down. You sat down next to him, and you stared off into space. Here you are, sitting with the dark entity that gives you sweet dreams whenever you look at him. Frickin' perfect. My bedroom is going to be a frickin' ocean. Take off your shirt. Let me see the damage. Levi stared at you for a split second before removing his shirt. It was going to take the grace of God keep you from squealing at the sight. He's exactly how you dreamed him to be. He's jacked, perfectly sculpted biceps, triceps, and all the other abs. Nice chiseled abs. He wasn't bulky muscular either. He was just right. A few cuts and large bruises took away from his otherwise flawless pale skin. You were so lost on his body that you didn't even recognize he was smirking at you. Like what you see, princess? Huh? You're drooling, he said, putting on a disgusted look. And not, he snapped, poking him roughly in one of his bruises. He grunted in pain to point where he lied down sideways on the couch. And I told you, you leaned in closer, don't call me princess, you whispered and turned him forcefully on his back. A hint of annoyance and pain washed over his face. Why, Ian, you seem to forget that you're talking to a possibly wanted criminal. Oh, he's wanted, all right. Wanted right in my... Oh, gosh, not again, you mumbled. What the hell are you talking about? Shut up and stay still. I don't take orders from anyone, especially you. You scoffed and stood up. Well, that big butt cut of yours might as well get infected, mister. I take orders from nobody. Why the hell do I even... No, Wyan, for Petra. You go into the grand kitchen and get the first aid kit from under the sink. As you were making your way back to Levi, cackling lightning decided that it was a perfect moment for a blackout. Ah! Crap! You yelped as you stubbed your toe against the wall due to a sudden darkness. Pain shot through your toe as you felt your way around your house. Lightning filled your windows for a few split seconds, lighting part of the way to your destination. Levi! You called out to him. You waited for him to answer, but was only met with intense silence as thunder clapped quietly in the distance. Levi! You called out again. This is Golden Land. You're alone in the house with a dangerous thug. The frickin' power's out and you have no idea where the hell he is. Can this not get any better? Levi, where the hell? I'm right here, Wyan, he said, grabbing your shoulder. You yelped and turned to face him, but all you faced was the base of his chest. He towered over you by a couple of inches and stared down at you, at your petite figure. You placed your index finger on his chest and pressed slightly. Personal space, please. You smiled sweetly and moved past him. He followed you back into the family room and sat next to you. How the hell did you get these? You asked as you finished lighting the last candle on the coffee table. Levi stared into the tiny flame, looking lost for words as you stared at him out of the corner of your eyes. He glanced over at you and turned his back. It's none of your business. It is my business if I'm the one tending to your wounds. I got into a fight, okay? That's all you need to know. You can hear the irritation rising in his voice. Angering him would only do you harm, since you're the only one with him. You didn't understand why you were helping him. You hated him. The fact that he's in your house, sitting on the couch next to you and sharing the same air, it's repulsive. And above all else, your kindness was completely against you. There's no way you cast him out into a strong thunderstorm like that. Your ability to see the world in other people's shoes made you the person that you are. And if you were him, you wouldn't want to be out there either. You abandoned the conversation and quietly tended to him, rubbing the gauze across his back and over his stomach. You placed band-aids to the cuts that weren't as brutal and placed menthol patches over his bruises. Ugh. You smell like an old man, you replied, breaking the silence. Says the dumb frick who covered me in menthol patches. He snapped back, crossing his arms and lying on the couch cushions. You watched him as he closed his eyes. You hated to admit it, but seeing Levi shirtless and wrapped up in bandages turned you on. The way his midnight black hair fell into place and covered his eyes. Crap, Ryan. He's a frickin' god. You felt your face heat up at the sight of him. He'll be fine. I'll come back down and show him to the guest bedroom, you thought to yourself, picking up a candle and heading upstairs to your bathroom. You lit numerous candles so that you could see in the dark abyss of your bathroom. Didn't want to break your neck coming out of the shower now, did you? You placed your clothes neatly in the hamper and stepped into the shower. The hot water soothing and getting rid of all your stresses that you encountered in the day. You closed your eyes and let the heat consume you. But as you did that, so did the little images of Levi. His perfect muscular body. Your body began to daydream about it. Felt so real that you could feel his strong arms wrap around you. You could feel his hands rubbing up against your sides, his thin lips kissing at your neck. You rolled your head. I'm so sorry. I just lost my place for some reason. You rolled your head onto his shoulder so that he can get more of you. His hands went from your hips to your chest. His rough but gentle hands teased the sensitive mounds, rolling them around in a circular motion with his finger. You gasped and pressed your forehead against his jaw. You felt him smirk as he kissed you before his left hand went south. You moaned aloud, but it was no louder than a whimper. You're so wet, Ryan. I wonder who got you this way. Levi, you moaned out loud. You were still in your wonderland while he was outside the door, listening. That's part 7. I'm so sorry, it's weird. I didn't think it was going to be like this, to be honest. Also, the creator of the story of Armin X listener that I'll be reading to y'all later today, it's by my sister, because she has a nice writing skill, because her stories are probably better than mine, because if I read you one of mine, mine's probably going to be terrible, just to let y'all know. And yeah, so I'll be reading that later on today to see how y'all like it, and if y'all like it, maybe y'all can comment down on one of my videos and ask for a part 2, because I said if we get a lot of views or likes, that I can ask her to make a part 2 for y'all. And yes, it's not a whole story. She said it was a skit, but if y'all like it enough, I can ask her to make a part 2 for y'all. But anyways, that's all the announcements I have for today. And bye, guys.